People called her a monster, a mother who shouted at her son in public, who never hugged him, who never attended school events, who looked at her own child like he was a burden she wished never existed. The neighbors whispered, "Poor boy. Imagine having a mother like that." Even the child himself believed it. For 17 years, he thought his mother hated him. But the day she died, he discovered the terrifying truth. And by then, it was too late to say sorry. Tonight's story is not about hate. It is about sacrifice, fear, misunderstood love, and the mother who destroyed her own image just to keep her son alive. In a small town where gossip traveled faster than the wind, there lived a woman named Elena. People feared her sharp tongue. Children avoided her house. Even stray dogs refused to sleep near her gate. And every morning, the entire neighborhood heard the same thing. "Move faster, Daniel, you're useless." A thin boy around 10 years old hurried outside, carrying 2 heavy water containers. That boy was Daniel, her son. He walked with his head lowered, afraid to make mistakes. Because mistakes meant yelling. Sometimes worse. At school, Daniel sat quietly at the back of the classroom. He rarely smiled. When other kids talked about their loving mothers, he stayed silent. One afternoon, during a parent meeting, all the mothers arrived carrying snacks and umbrellas for their children. All except Elena. Daniel waited under the rain for hours. Then finally, she appeared. Not with food, not with concern, but with anger. "You think I have all day waiting for you?" The other parents stared. Daniel felt his chest tighten with shame. That night, he cried quietly into his pillow, and in the kitchen, Elena cried too, but no one saw her. Elena was not always cruel. Years earlier, before Daniel could even walk, she was once the happiest woman in town. Her husband Marco adored her. Their small family was poor but peaceful. Until that night, Marco discovered something terrible. He had witnessed powerful men smuggling illegal weapons through the province. And when he threatened to report them, they gave him a warning. "Stay silent or your family dies." Marco refused. 3 days later, his body was found near the river. Officially, it was called an accident. But Elena knew the truth. And worse, she discovered something else. Before Marco died, he had secretly recorded names and transactions. Dangerous evidence. Evidence that disappeared after his death. The criminals believe Marco had hidden it somewhere. And they believe Elena knew where it was. From that day forward, strange men watched their house. Unknown motorcycles stopped outside at night. Sometimes Daniel received mysterious gifts from strangers. Elena understood the message. They were waiting, watching, searching. If they believed Daniel was loved, he would become a target. So Elena made the hardest decision of her life. She would become the villain. Elena stopped showing affection in public. She stopped calling Daniel anak. She never praised him, never comforted him, never defended him. Instead, she pushed him away constantly because cruel mothers are ignored. Cruel mothers are not seen as weak. Cruel mothers do not appear to have something precious to lose. Every insult she threw at Daniel was actually fear. Every harsh punishment was protection disguised as hatred. But Daniel never knew that. To him, his mother became a prison guard. One night, Daniel accidentally overheard neighbors talking. "If I had a mother like Elena, I would run away." The words stayed inside him for years, and slowly, hate began growing in his heart. At 16, Daniel became colder. He avoided home, spent nights wandering on streets, sometimes getting into fights, sometimes wishing someone would care enough to stop him. One evening, after being suspended from school, he finally exploded. "Why do you even keep me alive?" Elena froze. Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "You never loved me. You treat me like a garbage." Silence. Heavy silence. Elena wanted to hug him. Wanted to tell him everything. Wanted to say, "I'm terrified every single day of losing you." But instead, she slapped him. Daniel stared at her in disbelief. And for the first time, he said words she feared most. "I wish you were the one who died instead of Dad." The moment the words left his mouth, Elena's heart shattered. But she only whispered, "Then leave." So he did. Daniel stayed with friends for several days. For the first time in years, he felt free. No yelling, no cruel words, no mother. Then one night, he received a call. A trembling voice spoke from the other side. "Daniel, your house." He ran home. Fire trucks surrounded the street. Smoke swallowed the sky. People screamed. And there, on the ground, covered with blood and ash, was Elena, barely alive. Daniel fell beside her. "Mom! Mom!" For the first time in years, he called her that. Elena weakly grabbed his shirt, then whispered, "They found it." Daniel didn't understand. Her trembling hand pushed a small burnt key into his palm. Under the floor. And then she stopped breathing. After the funeral, Daniel searched the house. Under the wooden floorboards, he discovered a hidden box. Inside were documents, USB drives, photographs, evidence. The same evidence his father died protecting. And also letters. Hundreds of letters, all addressed to him. His hands trembled as he opened the first one. Dear Daniel, if you are reading this, it means I failed to protect you long enough. I need you to understand something. I never hated you, not even once. Every cruel word I said was meant for the people watching us. I needed them to believe you meant nothing to me. Because if they knew how much I love you, they would use you against me. Daniel's tears dropped to the paper. He continued reading. When you cried at night, I cried too after you. When you won awards at school, I secretly kept copies. When you were sick, I stayed awake listening to your breathing because I was terrified it would stop. I wanted to hug you every day, but love made people vulnerable, and vulnerable people die. Daniel broke down completely. Years of hatred, regret, guilt, all crashed into him at once. Daniel turned over another page and discovered the most terrifying truth. The fire was not an accident. The men had returned. They attacked Elena, demanding the evidence. But she refused. Even while being beaten, she protected the location of the hidden box until her final breath. Not for revenge, not for justice, but for her son. Because exposing this man would finally keep Daniel safe forever. For 17 years, she carried fear alone. For 17 years, she let the world hate her, even her own son, just to keep him alive. Weeks later, the evidence reached authorities. The criminal group was finally exposed. News spread across the country. People began calling Elena brave, a hero. But Daniel could not forgive himself because while the world discovered her sacrifice after death, he only remembered his last words to her. I wish you were the one who died instead of Dad. That sentence haunted him every night. One rainy evening, Daniel visited her grave. He placed flowers gently on the soil, then finally whispered, I understand now. His voice was cracked. You are carrying everything alone. Rain poured harder. Daniel knelt in the mud, sobbing like a child. I'm sorry, Mom. For the first time in his life, he felt her love completely. And for the first time, she was no longer there to hear it. Sometimes, love does not look gentle. Sometimes, love looks harsh, cold, and painful. Sometimes, the people protecting us must become villain in our eyes, just to keep us safe. And sometimes, we only understand someone's sacrifice after they are gone. So before it becomes too late, listen carefully to the people who love you. Not all battles are visible. Not all sacrifices are love. And not every cruel person is truly cruel. If this story touched your heart, take a moment today to appreciate someone who sacrificed silently for you. And if you enjoyed this emotional story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Because somewhere out there, someone may need this story tonight.